and he beat her as well.
So like I said, there's hypocrisy on both sides, right? Because you're talking about this person. I can go back to say, okay, once again, Kendrick Lamar. My thing is this though. Hold on, real quick. My thing is this overall. A lot of the stuff that Kendrick was saying came from a high and mighty place. If you want to hit me with the Jake was calling him a woman beater, I'll give you that. But a lot of it was Drake. Remember, because Kendrick is the aggressor here. Kendrick's the one who came at him first. Kendrick's the one that had a lot of stuff to say. He hate Drake. He hate the way Drake do all this, yada yada, right? So Drake is coming from a place of, hold on, you saying all this about me, but you are also doing this, and that is why I feel like, yeah, Kendrick won because of strategy, but I don't like what his angle of the stuff he was saying. Basically he challenging Drake's blackness. He challenging, whether Drake's part of the culture. If you want to get
All
on
right, but
about
hold on, because
Lydia,
I wasn't
agree.
done.
Well, I was just responding to your first part. I know you're not done. I was responding to the first part. I was just
No,
saying,
no.
like, yeah, go ahead. I was just responding to the first part.
Right. No, I hear you. I hear you. You can keep going if you wasn't done, because I still got something to say about that.
Yeah, okay. So you got R. Kelly and Kodak Black here that Kendrick has either worked with or vouched for. Kendrick Lamar threatened to take his own music off of Spotify if they took off R. Kelly's. Kodak Black was convicted of a sexual assault charge in 2021. Not allegations, convicted. And the only reason why it wasn't a rape charge was because he pleaded to a lesser deal. Kendrick Lamar paid him to be on his album, paid him for the verse, right? So when Kendrick Lamar is sitting here talking about hide your children or hide your daughters, and these women need to be protected and all that stuff, I'm like, bro, you just had a literal rapist on your album, on your last album, and you didn't pay that no mind. So there was a lot of hypocrisy that was going on. That he's like, well, look, Drake is with these pedos, and he's doing all this kind of stuff, but it's like, bro, you supporting this? You basically giving, like Drake was saying in the Hard Part 6, you basically giving R. Kelly commissary. You basically you threatened to take your own money out of your pockets if they removed his stuff. So I'm just
But
saying there's a lot of hypocrisy going on from Kendrick Lamar, and his angles were weird. Like you know what I mean? But please, I'll keep going because I
all right,
want
look.
to. Yeah.
The reason why I don't think his angles are weird
Mm-hmm.
because it's war. Ain't no rules in war. It's
Mm-hmm.
not no rules in a battle. Anything
Right,
goes.
right.
So it's like this. When when they say Drake isn't a part of the culture, I don't think that he's not a part of the global music, like pop music, R&B, or whatever. I don't think he's not a part of that. Like like genre wise, like music altogether. Yeah, he's a part of the culture, but when it comes to the streets and stuff like that, I don't think he's a part of that culture. Just when they say that Drake isn't a part of that culture, that's the culture that I feel like he's not a part of because he's global. He's for the. I'm not gonna say that because everybody messes with Drake, but me personally, that's where that comes from. I don't think he's a street person. Like I said, when Drake talks all that tough shit, I don't believe it. I don't believe nothing of it. I don't even want to hear nothing of it. So it's like when he does that, it's like, what are we getting at? So whatever. That's cool, right? So now, that's the only reason why I say he's not a part of the culture. Now, besides that, when Kendrick is talking about his blackness and all this, if you really want to get down to it, bro, like like what Kendrick just said, he's a colonizer. Like, how are you gonna talk about Kendrick and say that he makes music to help free the slaves, and then in reality, I feel like you don't really consider yourself. Like, I'm not gonna say you don't consider yourself black, but you don't. If somebody asks you what race are you, you're not gonna be like I'm black and something. You're gonna be like I'm something else and black. I feel like you cherish the other race more than the black side, just for the fact that the videos that have been popping up when he said the nigga with the ER word, he got a video like that. He got what else? I don't know, bro. Drake is just corny to me, bro. And then like all these old little videos that's been popping up, it just goes to prove it. Well, my theories. It just goes to prove my theories about him. And like I said, that's to me personally, that's why they bring up the him not supporting. Well, I'm not gonna say supporting, but him not being black and his blackness, just for the fact that he's helped people, he's took people on tour, but at the end of the day, man, that's shit, man. He getting money from that too. So at the end of the day, it's all a business. And if that's what people is rocking with, and that's what people, and that's the people that you need for people to accept you, then you gonna go with it. Because the first person he co-signed was probably like Kodak Black, and he co-signed Kodak Black. And so it's all like that like Kendrick said, you're a colonizer. You feel me? So don't talk about somebody that's making music to help free the slaves. Like it was kind of funny, but at the end of the day, if you listen to Kendrick music, why would you say that? Because he doesn't even, if anything, he tries to uplift black people and like, you know, make little protest songs here and there type shit. So that was just the wrong thing for you to say at the wrong moment to me. And me personally, hey, can you go in there? And me personally, I just, it's just, I just can't, you know, it's just all right. Like everything I feel like Kendrick is saying is right. Just for the fact that
Matt,
the positions.
let
What?
me ask you a question. How many half black brothers and sisters do you know?
I know a lot, but when I ask them, are they
Hold on, because that's not where I'm going. You said you know a lot, right?
Yeah.
Out of all of them half black brothers and sisters that you grew up with, that you know, how many of them grew up with a black daddy?
A lot. They grow up with they black families more than they.
No. How many of them grew up with a black daddy? Like, for example, like
no, you can't do that.
No. Hold no. Why can't we do that? Why can't we do that?
Because what is a black?
Wait. What's he gonna say?
What does a black dad have to do with anything? It's black people that ain't growing with a black dad.
What you mean? What you mean? No, time out. And see, this is one of the things that Kendrick Lamar, that I'm glad we talking about it, because this is one of the things that Kendrick Lamar said that I'm like, what is he talking about? Like, first and foremost, let me go back, because I want to touch on the culture real quick, man. What Drake isn't part of the hood nigga culture, if you want to say it like that. He ain't with the hood niggas. I respect that. That's not Drake, right? But to say that Drake's not, I mean, nigga, a lot of us ain't with the hood nigga culture. Like, I don't, huh? But
that's the culture that I feel like they're talking about, because you can't.
No, he talking to me. Kendrick was talking about, we don't want you to say nigga no more. That ain't got nothing to do with being in the streets or not. He was talking. He was questioning his legit blackness. He was saying that you're not really black. That you only use blackness when it's convenient for you, when it gets you a check. That's what he's trying to say. And a lot of people online, a lot of people rationale behind that, because even though Kendrick Lamar low key talking about everyone who ain't black, a lot of people rationalize that as, oh well, it's because Drake didn't grow up with his black dad. He grew up with his white mama in Canada. And I'm like, well, hell, how many? Well, all the biracial kids I ever met grew up with a non-black mama. Whether it was half black, half Asian, half black, half Latino, half black, half white, they grew up with a non-black parent. And so I'm like, are these people not black then? Like, when do we, where do we draw the line on what's black or not? That's my
But check it out though. When you go ask those people that didn't grow up around that black family, they're not going to consider themselves really black like that. They're going to say that they're the other race.
I don't think that's true though. I don't think that's true. Low key.
The people that I've came across has done that, where their relatives or their dad is black, and then if say they quote unquote didn't grow up with that family, they don't claim the black part. They just claim the Hispanic part or the white part or whatever, and then they'll water down the black part.
I don't.
Interesting.
I personally don't think that's true. I mean, that's my, this we all opinion
Look,
based
hold
on
on, hold on,
facts
hold on,
here,
hold on.
but I don't think
I
that's
was
true. I think that's. Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
I was recently just on the game with somebody, and they
Mhm.
said that they was half black because I thought he was another race. They said that he was half black, but at first he even said that at first he really didn't claim the black side because he was hanging around with all the Hispanics. And he was doing all that, and then once they found out that he was black or whatever, that's when they started treating him wrong, and then that's when he steered away from them and then started considering himself black. I know a couple people like that. I know people that's Ecuadorian that's mixed with black that don't consider themselves black, and then their whole throughout the whole like middle school and high school, oh they're not black, they're Ecuadorian and they're this and they're that, and
Mhm.
then out of nowhere, once people get older, they're like a black activist, like. But in high school, you wasn't doing none of that, and they had I think both of their parents as well.
But Drake was claiming his blackness.
When
Even though, I mean, Drake been claiming his
when he called
blackness. Now, if
himself
you
a
want to
He's
talk
been
about
doing that,
lay
yeah.
lay at hand when he called himself a nigger.
yeah, but I mean, that was in 2006. Come
I
on, bro.
don't care.
Come on, but
He's
I
been
mean,
black his whole life. I don't care.
but I'm confused though. I'm confused. If you want to talk about old videos and pictures, there's videos and old pictures of Drake in a do rag and Drake with his black side of his family taking
Yeah.
pictures of the black side of his family. So like, Drake knew the black side of his family.
A do rag don't mean nothing. White people wear do rags.
No, 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 no. Not when we talking about. No, hold on. No, because you're not being fair now. Wait a minute. We talking. You just said that Drake didn't grow up. There's people that that the black people didn't grow up with they black side of their family until they got into their teenage years or later on. There's
Yeah.
pictures of Drake as a child, big old afro, dancing, moving, singing. Pictures of him in a do rag with his cousins and his uncles and stuff and his dad. Like Drake knew his black side of the family is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
and
To sit here in the city. Remember when Drake, and the funny thing about Kendrick talking about Atlanta, when Drake first came out, he was repping Memphis. It was Memphis, then it was Houston, then it was then it was like Miami, then he started claiming the six and all that, Toronto, and then he started
identity crisis.
no, not identity crisis, Drake. Oh no, Mac, you as a rapper got to respect the fact that you gonna get in where you fit in, right? Like if
Exactly.
you
You got to
so,
make your
so,
way in.
so it's so okay. So it's not a culture vulture. That's business. We
All right,
gotta
so
we gotta separate.
I have one question.
Go ahead.
What is Presley?
Elvis Presley.
Mm-hmm. Is he considered a culture vulture?
Absolutely, but Elvis Presley was
Hold
taking
on. How are you gonna call
Elvis
Elvis?
Presley. He was taking other people's music. Drake writes his own stuff.
He was taking other people's music.
He was
Drake,
ta- he was taking other people's music. He was for example, he was taking like Chuck Berry stuff, right, and then going and making it his own, like, but it was Chuck Berry's music. Drake doesn't do that. If you want to say he has a writer or something, that's
Drake
fine.
doesn't
But
do
the music,
Drake.
he doesn't do
Drake
that.
doesn't take a line from damn near everybody and has it said in his song. He didn't
A
take a line
line,
short.
Mac, a line is different than somebody's whole song. Like if you want to say Drake takes a line, that's fine. I can live with that. But Elvis, you keep comparing him to Elvis. Now let's talk about Elvis. Elvis was stealing people's whole songs, and the fact that
Me personally, I don't know if he was stealing people's whole songs.
he was. Go back and look. He was.
I don't.
If Drake, if Drake was working with young artists and he wasn't putting them on the, like, for example, like let's say just I don't know, Versace by Migos, right? If Drake doesn't hop on the remix and he does the whole Versace track, he's Elvis. That's the difference. You get what I'm saying? That is the difference. Elvis wasn't coming down to people's cities and like, oh, let me rock with you and let me hop on the feature or something. Elvis was coming down to people's cities like, oh, okay, this is how you doing the song, taking it, and it was at a time before social media or internet, right? Taking it to a whole different city, like, yo, this is my jam, and everyone go, oh my god, it's crazy. The song blow up here, and B Sherlock Holmes right here. It's like, wait a minute, that's my track, but nobody knows him because it's a small town. That's the difference. So he's not Elvis.
This on that remix with the Migos and Drake. Did Drake take their cadence of that song?
Did he take Versace? Yeah, he did. He did.
So what's the difference?
You rap. You don't rap like that. You rap totally different. If I was to hop on that track, I'm not gonna take your cadence.
He hopped on a feature.